Hello there, this is Moletrap, and I'm recording a game here today that's part of the World Cyber Games US Open. And I'll give you a quick rundown of what that is. Basically, the World Cyber Games, if you don't know, is a huge video game tournament. It's going to be taking place, the finals are going to be, grand finals are going to be in Berlin, and each country can send representatives to Germany to participate in those games. And this is part of the system to pick the qualifiers for the United States. And it's an invitation-only tournament, including the top players from last year's national qualifiers. We have Artosis and Nyoken, both excellent players, and they're playing in another set. This is the very first set, which is actually going to be Incontrol. He's a member of media, and he actually came in first in last year's World Cyber Games US Nationals. And so he is kind of the one to beat almost in this tournament because he was the first place player last year. But he does have some stiff competition to go up against. And he's playing up against Skew, who he's actually started his own replay site called fighterreplays.com. That's why you saw that in the colors there. And Skew is playing Terran, by the way. Incontrol is the only Zerg in this tournament. The rest are Terran. Skew came in third last year, and actually, by a bit of a fluke, Skew was not able to go to participate in the World Cyber Games Grand Finals because there was something, I'm not sure the details exactly, but something happened where he came in third and they wouldn't pay for him to go, and then he was going to pay for himself to go, but it was too late, and so he did not have a chance to go to participate in the World Cyber Games last year. So hopefully he at least gets a chance to go this year, and it should be exciting to see what happens in this game. So Incontrol going for a 12 hatchery build, meaning he get 12 drones and then went straight to his hatchery there at his natural expansion base. And this is the map Bluestorm, by the way, for anyone that didn't catch that by the looks of it. So pretty standard builds going from both players so far. Getting the supply depot down first, going for heavy economy, both players going for economy. Skew pumping out SCVs and just going for the barracks when he had extra money afterwards. And Incontrol going for 12 hatchery, getting a lot of drones here, and then getting his spawning pool a little bit later on. Just to look at the map here real quick, we do have this base here, the natural base. This is usually a killer for Terrans, this map, but they've changed a little bit so there's more space behind the mineral line, so you can fit a bunker back there, you can fit a lot more marines to protect against mutalisks and that kind of thing. Then you have, both sides have a mineral-only natural, and it's kind of like all uphill. You have your natural, then you go uphill to your mineral only, and then to go to the middle of the map you have to go uphill as well, and then it's finally downhill towards the center. And Skew getting a command center, a quick command center here, and this has been pretty standard amongst Terran players versus Zerg lately to get that quick command center. Pretty normal thing to do. It's a little bit risky if you don't know what you're doing, but Skew obviously does know what he's doing. If you place your marines in the right place, you can actually use very few marines to protect this expansion. And a couple of Zerglings out for Incontrol there, and they're going to chase that SCV out. Skew decided, instead of trying to run around and get his SCV killed, he's going to just bring it back home and use it to mine. But he did get to see this one creep colony going down, and he did see this hatchery going down as well. The third hatchery inside Incontrol's base. Sometimes Zerg players will actually go and try and expand with their third hatchery to either the mineral only, or since gas is so important, sometimes they'll even risk coming up here to the top left corner or the bottom or something like that and try and get another gas base as well. But that is risky because then you leave yourself open to an attack. Incontrol getting a couple sunken colonies down here. Possibly a little bit too early. He didn't necessarily need to do that early, but it's possible that he hasn't been able to get a scout into Incontrol's base, basically. The Overlord is over here looking at that natural base, and oh, Link's coming in here. He's going to get a little bit of a surround. Skew microing his Marines away as they got hit, so they weren't completely killed. It looks like he only lost, I didn't even see if he lost a Marine there. I think he lost only one Marine, and several Zerglings dying. And you can see Skew actually canceling his bunker there because he hasn't been producing a lot of Marines. He's slowed production of Marines, so he didn't have a lot of Marines down, so he wanted that extra defense of the bunker. but he canceled it now that he realized that A, Incontrol does not have a lot of Zerglings. If he had more Zerglings, he would have gone in to that attack with more Zerglings. And now he knows he's killed all but a couple of Incontrol Zerglings as well. A Hydra was then going down for, looks like Incontrol, Skew tried to sneak an SCV in there to get a scout. The Sunken Colony did take that out, so Incontrol, Skew is not going to, I don't think he saw this Hydralisk Den. You know, I didn't catch it exploding there. He may have actually seen it after all, though. And that could be crucial, because normally the thing that you do as a Terran, or as a Zerg, is you get the, you get a Spire out, and you get Mutalisks, and you do some harassment with those Mutalisks in order to, on the SCV, oh, it looks like Skew wanted to get another scout in, because he's sending out another SCV, but that scout is going to get stopped. He's going to try and go up the middle instead. But normally you see Mutalisks going out and do some harassment, picking off whatever forces and SCVs they can, and keeping the Terran in his base, keeping him from pushing out before, while they get more tech or more bases here. But Incontrol has skipped that completely. He's gone straight to Lurker tech. So, a little bit, not unheard of, but a little bit, unordinary, I guess you could say. Incontrol also putting a lot of Lings, but he's saving up that gas. He's already got his second gas going at his second base. So, saving up so that once that Lurker tech gets finished, he can put out some Hydras. We're probably going to see some Hydras out of him pretty soon. Skew comsats the Hydralisk Den. And he does have, let's see, I wonder if he's comsatted, uses, because he has 2 comsat centers. And neither of them have energy, so I probably missed a second scan as well. So he does not see that Spire. He's seen the Den. If he doesn't know that there's no Spire, he definitely suspects it now, that there's no Spire. So he doesn't appear to be putting down any turrets, and that's probably a reaction to the fact that he doesn't think that there is a Spire. And if he suspected before, or if he was planning to do this anyways, he's gotten a factory as well, getting the machine shop. Tanks are very, very good for dealing with Lurkers. As well, we might see a starport coming on soon. Let's see what this is. That's the starport. So he is going to try and get science vessels out fairly quickly to deal with the Lurkers, and the tanks are also going to be able to deal with the Lurkers fairly well. Some Lurkers moving out here, though, already, and Skew is out of comsat energy at the moment. Oh, a little bit careless. Incontrol running a couple Lurkers in there, and losing one carelessly to some Marines. He was just kind of moving them there. He did not expect Skew's forces to be there, although you know, these guys are very, very top-level gamers, so you did see that he did move his forces out pretty quickly. Oh, and I missed it over here. It looks like Skew moved out. This force is not his main force. It's not his entire force. He's going in here, attacking the Lurkers. Those Lurkers are getting some good hits off of the Marines, but they are going to go down. The Lynx coming from behind, though, and Skew's forces are all spread apart, so the medics are not going to be able to kill those Marines very well at all, and they're not going to be able to concentrate their fire. Those Marines are going to get down, get killed. But fortunately, that was not Skew's entire force, and we saw that Incontrol tried to sneak some Lings in while Incontrol's little expeditionary force was out in the middle of the field there. But Incontrol had left all of these Marines out back in his base, so the Lings were not able to get in there after all. Incontrol getting a third base now in the top left corner, and it looks like he's setting up for a fourth base as well. So Incontrol taking a lot of bases here. He's going to have to, he spent a lot of money now on those forces, and he does not have a lot of defense around. He's got a couple Lurkers around, a few Lurkers, but he's going to need a little bit more. If Skew pushes out right now, he's going to need more than that to deal with this amount of Marines here. It looks like Incontrol is, yeah, he's trying to go for some more tech, though. So Incontrol is kind of in a dangerous situation here where he needs to, and those Marines go, oh, if those Lurkers are on stop mode, Incontrol loves stop Lurkers. Oh, and they missed their, oh, Skew did not run through that, and Incontrol missed his well, if the Marines were going for the top left corner, then they didn't have an opportunity anyways, but he did have those stopped, and he was able to catch several Marines off guard, though, doing that, and unfortunately, that group of Marines is keeping those Lurkers occupied while this half of the Marines are going to take out that base in the top left corner. So a big loss for Incontrol there, especially losing the hatchery that was already complete. And now, oh, I'm sorry, I keep trying to go to one place and then the other. I keep missing some battles here, but Skew, it looks like going in for an attack, or it looks like maybe his concentration was elsewhere, and those Lurkers did go in and take out those Marines there. Incontrol is macroing pretty well, though. He's got some tanks going on and the science vessel out, and that is crucial. Science vessel is going to make sure that no stop Lurkers or anything like that are going to catch him off guard. which is good because you run out of comsat fairly early if you try and do that. It looks like he may, let's see if he moves out. What he probably is going to do is try and take another base here. Mineral only is fine for a Terran player because you don't use a lot of gas when you have mostly Marines. And nope, oh okay, I was like, where are the medics? Only a few medics, so not many medics going on here. It looks like Incontrol might be trying to take another base. Yes, and Skew has just comsatted it. We just caught the edge of that comsat there. So Skew is going to take that out, and that's the key to Terran versus Zerg, is finding the expansion bases and taking them out before they can get up and running and protected. And that's exactly what Skew is doing. Incontrol does have a hive coming up now, though, so it's basically just a race. No, his hive is up. Just now getting a spire up. Interesting. I guess he's gonna... Oh, duh, of course he's getting a spire up. He needs the spire to get some scourges to try and take out science vessels. That's basically kind of a major late game tactic, but Skew has a lot of Marines, and he's pumping his science vessels out of only one starport, so it could be a lot worse for Incontrol, but he does have a lot of ground units there, and the reason he's only got the one starport is because he has the factory as well, so you can only really use gas for tanks or science vessels, or you can split them out. Oh, the one tank. Oh, nice! Defense matrixing the tank to protect it from that sunken colony, using the science vessel to spot to kill that sunken colony as well. So things looking pretty bad here for Incontrol. He's already run his drones out of that base. He saw that coming. They're now up here at his mineral, and he's restarting his base in the top left corner as well. So Incontrol just trying to play a macro game here. He's kind of getting out macro. Lurkers coming in here, taking a lot of Marines. Wow, excellent. I'm sorry I keep missing the battles here. The Lurkers coming in behind now as well. Science vessels are going to be able to spot flows, and the tanks are going to take those out. Almost out of medic Marines, though. So things looking a little bit bad for this push, but things looking a little bit worse for Incontrol. If Skew moves one of the science vessels over there to spot again, he's going to be able to take out that hatchery fairly quickly. You can see he's already gotten a decent amount of damage on it. Whoa, watch out, science vessels. There were scourges in the area. Oh, man. So several forces getting caught out in the open as well there. So Skew losing some forces pretty carelessly here, but I don't think it's going to harm him in the long run. Now here's the key, though. It's going to be up to whether Incontrol can use these defilers to maximum effect. Defilers are practically imbalanced once they get consumed, because they can swarm everything. But Skew is running in here before. I don't even know if he has consume research yet. He does have consume research, so he has enough swarm. If he can get his forces down here in time, the tanks are going to hit things as they're coming in to try and take out this base. In the meantime, Skew taking out the defiler, man. That is epically huge. That is absolutely the huge thing for Skew to do. Incontrol is not going to be able to make any more defilers right now for a long time, and Skew in the meantime also taking out the Hydra, so he's not going to have Lurkers either, and that is basically GG Incontrol, because he has no tech right now at all. He's probably going to try and rebuild his tech at another base, but he doesn't even have the resources for it. Yeah, so things looking very, very bad for Incontrol, and Incontrol leaves. That's the end of the game. So Skew has taken game one, and he's off to a good start here in this tournament, and I'm anxious to see if Incontrol can come back in game two. Both of them, like I said, very, very strong players, and Incontrol the reigning World Cyber Games U.S. national champion. So we'll have to see what happens next.